Halo semuanya, nama saya Kokili dan sekarang sudah 35 hari saya belajar bahasa Indonesia sendiri. Tapi pertanyaannya, apakah saya benar-benar bisa berbicara bahasa Indonesia? Dalam video ini, saya akan menunjukkan bagaimana saya belajar bahasa Indonesia selama 30 hari. Oke? Ayo pergi. For the first week, my goal was simple. It was speaking as early as possible. So I focused on introducing myself, talking about what I like, what I dislike, and describing my daily routine. So during this week, I spoke Indonesian every day. I listened to videos every day too. I barely wrote anything in Indonesian, only some little exercises. And honestly, I didn't really read much, and surprisingly, it felt easy at first. The vocabulary was simple, and Indonesian sentence structure is very beginner-friendly. But I already noticed one problem: daily routine verbs. Because when you try to describe everything you do during the day, you need a lot of verbs, and memorizing everything is really hard. In week 2, I tried to expand my vocabulary. I started learning family vocabulary, description, clauses, and colors, and talking about the past. This week was harder because Indonesian doesn't really use past tense the same way European language do. So sometimes I understood the sentence, but I didn't understand when the action happened. During this second week, I listened to Indonesian video every day. I only spoke around 5 minutes daily. I didn't write very much and no reading at all. Week 3 was probably the hardest. I focused on future expression, direction, restaurants, and shopping situation. But honestly, my motivation started dropping during that week. I keep forgetting vocabulary, especially verbs. And another thing, a lot of Indonesian verbs starting with me. So in the beginning, many words sounded similar to me. So unfortunately, during that week, I started to listen less to video in YouTube. I was also speaking less. I tried to read a little bit more online. Yes, I also tried listening to Indonesian radio, which was way too difficult for my level for that week. For week 4, I wanted to focus on more concrete situations, things like health, hotels, experiences, and conditional sentences. At this point, I could survive simple situations, but my vocabulary was still too small. And that became my biggest problem because I kept learning new grammar without remembering enough words to actually use the grammar. For example, for every new grammar point, I have to learn 10 new words. This is how I work. One grammar point equals 10 new words to be able to make multiple sentences. So I realized something important. I needed to stop learning new things for a while and focus more on memorization, mostly memorizing verbs. Now this is week 5. During the last few days, I mostly reviewed older topics. I practiced talking about past experiences, weekends, and important moments in my life. And honestly, this is where I finally started feeling progress, not because I suddenly knew difficult grammar, but because simple sentences started coming more naturally. I reviewed a lot of vocabulary and sentence structures, plus I added more connecting words. And when I was trying to speak, it felt more natural and I had a motivation boost. And of course, I was able to understand more words in videos I watched before. And sometimes I could speak without translating everything in my head, and that point is really important for me. So after 35 days learning Indonesian alone, can I say I'm back to A1? Honestly, maybe. I still lack a lot of vocabulary, my listening skill is still weak, and speaking spontaneously is difficult. But compared to day one, where I was only able to say saya suka minum air, I can introduce myself, I can talk about simple topics, understand basic content, and survive small conversation. So for me, that already feel like real progress. And now I want to continue for 30 more days and see how much further I can go. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it motivates you to never give up on your language study because it takes time to speak. So keep going and one day you will succeed. See you in the next video. Sampai jumpa lagi.